All right, the mediator between head and hands must be the heart. The longest title that Sepultura have, but also a very important album. The first album with Eloy Casagrande, working with Ross Robinson again, and the cover, it really reflects what the album is. It's very dark, very intense, very noisy. You know, working with Ross Robinson, you really go deep on your own soul and your own meaning of things. And this was really a journey, a spiritual journey, and a fantastic experience for us. You know, Ross is an amazing human being and a fantastic engineer and producer. You know, and the cover was there already. We knew what type of cover we would use, and that also was inspirational for us, you know. And this was done in Brazil by a Brazilian artist, Alexandre Wagner, from Belo Horizonte, where Sepultura is from. And it was a suggestion by Silvio Gomes, my guitar tech. It's a guy that he knew, that he thought that could be a good possibility for us to do the cover, and it was, you know. So I talked to Alexandre and I explained all the concept, you know, the movie Metropolis, the phrase, you know, the robotic stuff that we we started here, then went to Machine Messiah and now Quadra. Everything started here. You know, it's like this kind of a trilogy talking about, you know, our heart, our soul, our human abilities compared to the robotic, you know, idea of society and nature and all that stuff, you know. So everything started here, and of course inspired by this classic Metropolis that really touches this subject, you know. And I was talking to him, you know, about the movie and etc. He said, oh, okay, I'll try something, and but let me show some stuff that I have, you know. Actually, I went to his I don't know how to call it, atelier, where he works at his office, you know. And he's here in São Paulo. He's from Belo Horizonte, but he moved to São Paulo. He has his office here. And I went to visit him. And this painting was on the wall. I said, man, it's already done. You don't have to, you know, start from scratch. We were talking about different, you know, techniques and you know, with charcoal and stuff, which is he uses here. This is something that he go layer after layer, you know, and he gives this amazing result. And here it is, this figure like almost losing his humanity, pointing to the heart, you know. This is the last thing beating. I remember trying with SPV, which was the label at the time, to try to release like the album with the pulsing heart, like Pink Floyd did with the album Pulse, you know, with the little light blinking all the time. But it was too expensive at the time, and unfortunately we couldn't do it like a special edition. But that was the idea, you know, the heart between, you know, it is the mediator between head and hands, because you only want to act, you know, through your ideas. And if you have something implanted and you don't have the human ability to question and to say why, and you're just a robot, you know, because you put the idea and you act with your hands without questioning, you know. So it's really important that we, you know, pay attention to this detail, that we are humans and we are able to experience the present and put that against our concepts that we learn in books and in school and throughout education in general, you know. That's what Quadra talks about, you know. So it started here with the Mediator, and I love this cover, I love this album. It's a very special album, and thank you, Alexandre, for that. You know, it was done, and we didn't have to go through all the stuff to try to find a cover, you know, because it was there. And thank you, Bibica, as well, for the shout out, you know. Valeu. And then we have the great Machine Messiah, which we improve our concept and idea on the Mediator album, you know. The robotic robotization of our society, mobile phones, you know, people really losing touch with reality. Everything is here, you know, families at restaurants don't talking to each other, and at home as well, everywhere, you know. And of course now with the quarantine, this is even worse in that respect, because we cannot go out, and our window to the world is this window. But it was very similar with the Mediator, story, because I was going to the internet researching. I had the name Machine Messiah already, and I went to the internet to research to try to find an artist. Really, I know a lot of metal artists that work with so many different bands, and they're all great and stuff. But I want to try to go after different. Who knows? If I don't find, I go to the people I know. But then I found this exactly painting from this artist in Philippines, the Philippines. So besides being from Philippines, she had like a Latin name. I guess Spanish have his history there in the Philippines and everything. But her name is Camille de la Rosa, and this painting is called Deus Ex Machina, and it was done in 2010. And we were there in 2015 or so, working on the Machine Messiah album. So, the album was done. The cover was done. It was there. I mean, it's insane how everything, that we are trying to say on the album was there already. And of course, the same approach was with Alexandre, trying to reach her, to talk to her, explaining the concept, if you should come up with something that specifically for us. But then, I saw it's here already. Can we use this painting? And she said, yes, of course. I mean, it is a painting that I use in different expositions and stuff, but it's available, And we bought the painting. The band bought the painting. We have the painting in Germany with our manager, Frank. And it was here, it was ready, It was so great to have this also at the very beginning of the writing process, because the cover really helped us to express something in our music, It's a very colorful album, let's say, Machine Messiah, and then Phantom Self, and Iceberg Dances, It is a very new Sepultura, that showed a new Sepultura, showed new doors and new possibilities. Of course, Quadra is a consequence of Machine Messiah, direct consequence, We took some ideas that we worked on Machine Messiah and we developed on Quadra. And it was so great that we had the cover ready for us, And she was so amazing. Camille is an amazing person. She was so helpful in everything. And to deal with her was so fantastic, I'm very thankful. Please go look for more info on Camille de la Roja. She has an amazing artwork, another great paintings besides the Deus Ex Machina, which is a cover for Machine Messiah Forever. And I am very thankful, for your beautiful spirit and soul. Machine Messiah. And here we are, Quadra. This album also, I think this was one of the most difficult covers to find, Contrary to the Mediator and Machine Messiah, we didn't have the cover on the beginning of the writing process. Actually, it took a while, I didn't have any ideas. The concept is so wide that we could find any icon to represent. And at the same time, it was very difficult to find this icon, that could represent what we want to say with Quadra. So, of course, I went to the internet to do a research, to trying to find an icon or an artist that could represent the idea of this name, Quadra, and the concept around the album. I didn't find anything. I was not really satisfied. We were writing and working on the album already, having a lot of songs, but we have the album, already arranged, because it was divided in three songs for each side of the album as a vinyl, a double vinyl. So already that helped us really to build the right songs and the right riffs for the right place on the album. But I called my friend Marcos Hermes, a great photographer here in Brazil. We did many work together. Actually, he did all the photos for the campaign for Quadra, the distribution for the interviews, and all the marketing and propaganda for the album. And I went to his studio when we have the demos for Quadra. We were still working on the album and everything. And I went to his studio to start a storm there, you know. The first idea was to have a photo, an iconic photo, and he has an amazing archive of many photos of his traveling, band photos and music photos and many other projects that he's involved with. And we were looking through all the photos to try to find this icon. I went there once, twice, thousands of phone calls and stuff, that we finally came, and I decided to use the coin. You know, the coin was this enslavement factor that unites the human population around the world. You know, regardless of the fate or the politics, money is involved everywhere, and it's something that is invented. It's not real. You know, you need two people at least to, you know, agree that there's a piece of metal has a certain value, you know, and we die and kill for this, you know. And Quadra talks about concepts and about what it's what, you know, why you believe certain things and why you defend certain ideas. You don't even know where it came from, you know. So and money is the first element of that. We have the senator here. We represent the making of laws, you know, and the limitations we had to live in society. And here's the digipack that we have the extra stuff. And Javier from our fan club in SepulArmy in Europe. He's an amazing artist who designs a lot of our shirts. And the last two albums, he also from MESSIAH, he did all the extra art, you know, to put together the lyrics and all the extra material here. Javier did an amazing job. But we have here Marcos Hermes and Cristiano Menezes, who is the artist who actually did the design here. The idea was to do a design, to forge a real coin, and then to take a picture with Marcos Hermes to that. But Cristiano did such an amazing job. This is almost real, you know. So we decided to keep that because to do all the photos and everything would be very more expensive and time consuming. And we already had that. So here's Marcos tell a little more details about this process.
O prazer enorme estar aqui, podendo falar para a rede de uma das minhas bandas favoritas, o Sepultura, especialmente sobre um projeto que eu ajudei a desenvolver para o álbum novo, o Quadra, que é um disco incrível, né? Um disco que parece premonitório aí, mostrando o que está aí acontecendo hoje, agora em 2020. É um álbum que foi feito no ano passado, então logicamente não existia toda essa situação, mas a gente pode pensar que um disco que está no meio dessa pandemia, onde a primeira música se chama Isolation, você pode imaginar que realmente é um disco especial no momento em que ele tem tudo a ver com a nossa realidade, com toda essa loucura que estamos aí vivendo, esse primeiro momento de equilíbrio do ser humano em muitos anos. Mas assim, arrisco dizer que esse disco Sepultura, ele é realmente um dos discos da década e é um dos discos que vai marcar uma geração de fãs da banda, talvez uma nova era de fãs aí, porque ele realmente tá cheio de inovações e ele traz uma série de referências muito diferentes aí para a carreira da banda. Bom, vamos falar sobre a capa, né? A capa surgiu entre conversas minhas com o Andreas, que é um artista muito especial. Ele não é só um guitarrista, é só um compositor, ele é um cara que se envolve com todo o processo criativo da banda. E eu já tendo uma relação com eles de tantos anos, acho que rola uma sintonia o bastante que, no caso, me credenciou para ter esse privilégio, essa honra de colaborar com o desenvolvimento dessa ideia. Bom, o Andrés veio aqui em casa um dia para a gente poder conversar sobre esse conceito. Nós já tínhamos falado algumas vezes por telefone, mas combinamos de fazer uma sessão de brainstorm aqui no estúdio, conversando sobre o conceito do Quadra, através do Quadrivium, estudando e entendendo um pouco melhor o Quadrivium, no meu caso, né, que já estava muito claro ali para ele e para a banda, mas que para mim ali naquele momento eu queria tentar desenvolver algo único com eles, né. O André já trouxe essa referência de que a gente deveria pensar num ícone, né, numa imagem que pudesse representar algo único ali, como por exemplo a gente pôde ali na época pensar em projetos como o álbum branco dos Beatles, o Black Album do Metallica, o Black Metal do Venom e Back in Black do AC/DC, aquele Animog do Uriah Heep, Quer dizer, álbuns que tem ali a capa como algo muito marcante, muito especial. Então, além da compreensão sobre toda a teoria do quadrivium e, consequentemente, do quadra, a gente estava ali com uma missão de desenvolver algo que era muito bacana, muito especial e realmente muito desafiador, né? Claro que aquilo não poderia ser algo corriqueiro, algo que já talvez tivesse rolado com outra banda, tivesse próximo de algum conceito. Eu sempre prezo pela originalidade e especialmente os projetos que eu desenvolvo com o Andrés, eles sempre tiveram esse caminho ali de ser algo, né, de serem projetos únicos e de trazerem muita riqueza no sentido do olhar, que é o meu grande objetivo na carreira como artista visual, como diretor e como fotógrafo. O Quadra ele surgiu como realmente um ícone, né? Essa capa apareceu mostrando o dinheiro como algo único aí que é comum em todo mundo e algo que onde todos têm interesse e ao mesmo tempo algo que nos tornamos escravos, né? Praticamente. E a partir do momento que a gente chegou à conclusão ali de que seria um dinheiro, né? Através dessas nossas conversas, a gente pensou na parte prática de como desenvolver isso como um ícone, né? O Andrés fez uma ilustração, do jeito dele, tosca, e, mas com muita propriedade ali, mostrando os ícones ali que ele gostaria que tivessem forjados na moeda ali, a questão do senador representando todo esse poder, né, do dinheiro e da moeda em si como ícone. Tem a questão do mapa, tem o S do Sepultura estilizado na contracapa também, tem as estrelas, as 4 estrelas, que representam também os 4 membros da banda. Enfim, a gente queria talvez transformar isso em algo palpável, né? Essa era a ideia original, né? Virar uma moeda mesmo, né? Forjada. Mas acabamos decidindo por manter a arte original por prazo, por custo, por várias questões, né? Mas naquele momento eu tive a chance de ajudá-lo na direção desse desenvolvimento da capa e convidei o Cristiano Menezes, né, grande diretor de arte e CEO da Dark Side Books. Ele também tem a empresa que é a Retina 78, o design, que eu respeito muito, com quem eu já trabalhei em vários projetos de artistas como Jorge Benjó, Rita Lee, e também no Sepultura, né, desenvolvemos ali o projeto do Sepultura ao vivo no Rock in Rio com o Tambores do Bronx, que foi um projeto bem bacana também, desenvolvido ali a 4 mãos, e um artista e um amigo que eu conheço há 20 anos, né, outra pessoa que eu tenho muita sintonia e com quem eu pude desenvolver esse projeto ali com muita propriedade, ali, com muita calma e ao mesmo tempo de forma muito original, né? Então, assim, é um prazer poder estar aqui, um prazer também poder estar falando desse álbum muito especial. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado aí da explicação e também queria agradecer ao Andrés, ao Paulo, Eloy e Derrick pela chance de poder estar colaborando nesse disco aí tão foda e trazendo o Cristiano Menezes e trazendo aí também as minhas referências aí do mundo do rock, do metal e da música popular brasileira. Falou? Um abraço para vocês aí, espero que vocês tenham curtido. Até já.
Yeah, also was very difficult, to find this direction. I had to explain to Marcos at least 3 or 4 times, and to Cristiano as well. No, it's here. This is the meaning. This is the thing. And finally, I had to do like a really bad design, which is here. Bruno is gonna put here the photo of it, and that's where we started. We finally got a direction, which is childish drawing that I did, but just to have the main elements, so he could work, and then the result, it is the Quadra album, which is, I feel it's one of our best works all around, not only musically but artistically in general as well. So thank you very much. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. We have a lot of albums, a lot of covers. This is something we enjoy a lot, working on it, to know and meet new artists and new people. And subscribe. Don't ever forget to subscribe. Be a part. Be together with us. We're going to bring a lot of new and many new information and content on every Wednesday here at SepulQuarta. So be with us, subscribe, be a part of it, donate, live Q&A, we always have this possibility, help us and everybody get through this period, transitional period that is taking a long time. So nevertheless, let's be patient, let's keep the positive vibration going, and let's unite and keep together. Hopefully soon we'll be with you all on stage. All right? Thank you very much. Keep the SepulQuarta going. Valeu!
Thank you, Sepul Nation. Go to sepultura.com.br. Follow Sepultura on all social media profiles. See you next Wednesday.